Thank you, Maria. Yeah, we came to the end. So what I've been discussing today is index-based insurance for risk management in climate-smart agriculture. First of all, we had a contribution by Professor Adegoke, from University of Michigan, and it explored the publication that the FAO is working on in the framework of the Knowledge Action Group of the Global Alliance for Climate Smart Agriculture. And in this publication, there basically is a review exploring how weather index insurance can contribute to the dissemination of the climate smart approach. And the main take-home message of the analysis were that index-based insurance is actually an innovative tool to help farmers in coping with climate-related issues. Also, there is a strong need for incorporating such tools into integrated risk management strategies at multiple levels in the framework of a wide development perspective. And on some other messages, actually, we will be back later. Then we had a presentation by Shukri Ahmed from FAO that gave an overview of index-based insurance tools focusing on smallholder producers now increasingly exposed to climate change-related risk, particularly drought. Index-based insurance is a relatively new tool where the payouts are based, as it said, on an index that is closely related to agricultural production losses. And this index may include rainfall, yield, or vegetation levels. And basically, when this index exceeds a certain threshold, farmers receive usually fast payout. Benefits from using index-based insurance instead of conventional insurance might be related to reduced costs and more transparent mechanism for the payout, which are more objective and verifiable. Overall, the application of index-based insurance is still work in progress, and it has some challenges, with low uptake by food producers and high basis risk being the most relevant ones. However, index-based insurance tools look promising due to their simplicity and innovative nature, as we said, often better suiting food producer needs. Now there is a strong need of investing and strengthening the enable environment through institutional setup for the use of index-based insurance all over the world, and particularly in developing countries. Speakers mentioned also the need for more investment from the private sector, to attract private stakeholders, as private sector is indeed a key partner in providing services on the ground, as for example contract design, issuances, and loss payment. Then we had a presentation by John Ellin from CIMIT, who shared the experience of the CCAF collaborating with the Nigerian government, working at the policy and planning level to design and launch an insurance scheme at the national scale. So John, Shukri, and Jimmy, so basically most of our speakers emphasized especially the possibility to extend insurance programs by bundling them with climate smart practices. For example, referring to the specific case of Nigeria, this would mean the adoption of drought-tolerant maize species. Again, by focusing on the case of Nigeria, the process of defining a roadmap for the government to develop the insurance scheme was strongly based on the cooperation between a varied range of actors, bringing their experience about insurance design and implementation. And this included representatives of insurance industries, donors, government officers, research institutions, and experts on successful case initiatives. And the main effort and probably the main challenges in this sense was reported to start and keep open communication channels between these actors, because probably the expertise in the field of insurance does exist, but still collected in two separate clusters that needs to have a dialogue. Last but not least, we have a presentation by Marcel from Celsius Pro that gave an insight on the Kenyan livestock insurance program, launched in 2015 for ensuring Kenyan herders toward drought. The program is an example, a successful example, I would say, of collaboration between the public and private sector. This insurance product is based on the use of satellite-based vegetation index, which was used as a proxy for the expected forage yield in a given area. And when such an index falls under a given threshold due to drought, insured food producers receive the payment through a mobile system. So the success factors of this program were reported to be the collaboration between different stakeholders, the availability of the data the index was based on, and once again the proactive support of the government. So I think one of the main points agreed on by all stakeholders is that in order to develop appropriate and tailored index-based insurance products, we need a stronger collaboration between public and private sector, but this collaboration should also be extended to donors, research institutions, and civil society organizations working in the field and interacting directly with farmers and food producers. So on the participant side, we got many questions, especially regarding the cost of the index-based insurance for producer and how to ensure the sustainability of such programs. Another key point that was raised by participants was how to ensure that farmers are actively involved in the design of index insurance product and that this product actually replies to their actual need, also ensuring social equity that is still often underestimated. So I think that all basically from our side, and I would thank you very much all the participants and the speaker for the very, very interesting and useful, valuable contributions, and I will pass over to Maria just for concluding remarks. Thank you.